welcome to another sketchbook tour. This is obviously my sketchbook. I just have some stickers here on the front and we'll get right into it. I started the sketchbook on Monday, May 23rd, 2022, and I just recently finished it. This is the first page. It says, "I miss the person that I thought you were." Then we get to this page. It's not one of my favorites, but it's there. These things happen. This is a song lyric. "The dial tone is your true love," from I believe it's the Screaming Females. Yeah, not my favorite page, but I have some of those in here. Then we have this page. I really wanted to paint outfits, so this is done all in gouache. And then I got frustrated with trying to draw the heads, so I just put like this sky spacey scene on the top there. Then we have this page. I was really like getting the travel bug, but I couldn't go anywhere, so I decided to just draw stuff in my sketchbook that reminded me of traveling in Europe. So I have a bunch of different things here. This is one of my favorite pages in the sketchbook. It was just very loose when I was doing it. I didn't have like a whole plan ahead of time. I was just kind of sketching things I saw on Pinterest, and that's how this page came to be. We have this page. Again, I was trying to mess around with gouache, and this is actually an excerpt from a story that I am working on. I am trying to write a book, but it's a process. So we'll see if that ever comes to fruition. But anyways, this is a painting I did of a scene from said book. So here's that. Then we have this page. It says, "Hey Romeo, it's Juliet, are you Montague or Capulet?" And it is from the song "If I Were You" by Switchfoot. I just really like that line, the way it lands in the song, and so I threw it in my sketchbook, and I really like the way that it works here on this page. You'll see that a lot of my artwork is very text heavy. I don't know exactly where that comes from. I listen to a lot of music, and there's a lot of like song lyrics and stuff in here, so maybe that's it. I don't know. But anyways, this is one of my favorite pages in the whole sketchbook. Then we have these two pages. Over the summer when I was doing this, I was in like a real creative funk around this time, like moving into this next part of the sketchbook. And so I remember really struggling through these two pages. And this one specifically, I was going for like very illustrative style people, and I don't really care for how they turned out. But again, when you're making artwork, you can't love everything. So that's just one of these pages. And I've also noticed I have this habit of just drawing like food or kitchen stuff. I really like doing that, and I don't know why, but that's there. Then on this page, you see again me struggling to be creative. I just felt like I wasn't having any good ideas, and I really wanted to make stuff, but I was just hitting a block. So that's especially where this page comes in. It says, "I just want to be creative." And there's some other stuff here that I blacked out because, yeah, we don't need to get into that. Nothing bad or anything, just personal that I later was like, why did I write that? This page here, I actually really like this page before I did what's on the back side of this, because on the back side of this, it like bled through. But this just says, "Ugh," and I drew this car, which was inspired by Lee Ellickson drawing cars in, I don't know if it was one of her videos or on her Instagram, but I was like, I'm gonna draw a car because I don't know what else to draw. And then I was frustrated, so hence that. Then this next page, I decided maybe I'll do some collage because that is one thing that I really like to do. And I had this phrase, "victims of nostalgia," stuck in my head, so I threw that over here and then cut this out from a magazine and like chopped off the heads. And I don't know, that's like a recurring theme, I guess, me chopping off heads. But anyways, I think it works. And then over here, this is just a bunch of like random stuff. Like this is from a like sound tech magazine that I still get from when I wanted to be an audio engineer. These are just some old pictures of Polaroid that didn't turn out how I wanted it to. And then of course this by the Gorilla Girls. I have this hanging on the wall in my bedroom. I really love this. So I threw it in there because I need something to kind of go in that space. So that's this page. I mostly like this page. It's not one of my favorites, but it's not awful either, if that makes sense. Again, here I am really struggling with this like creative block that I kept going in and out of, and it felt like I was in it more often than not. So I have creative creature, where are you? And then just some like random little doodles. Also at this time, I was going through it. Like I said, there's a lot of angst in this sketchbook. This is one of those pages where I think I did it at like 3 in the morning, and there was something that I wanted to say that I just couldn't say, so I said it in my sketchbook in like a obviously not blatant way, but I tried to put what I was feeling into my sketchbook. So this says, oh my gosh, this is so cheesy looking back on it. The truth is clawing its way up my throat. I try to hold it down, but it only gives me a stomach ache. At least I'm saving you from seeing the mess my words would make. So that's here. Again, it's not really my favorite thing. Like in my head, it looked a lot better than by the time I was finished with it. Like the idea in my head didn't translate well to this page, along with the text. Like it just, I have some issues with it, aesthetic wise, like if I was critiquing it. But again, this is a sketchbook, so it's just for me to play around and mess with ideas. And that's one of them, one of my 3 a.m. thoughts. So I'm okay, I promise. And this page was actually one of the last pages I did. There's a drawing underneath this that I didn't like, so I covered it up. And again, we have the text-heavy artwork. I cut this out of a book and then wrote one of Sydney Sprague's, I believe that's how you pronounce her last name, Sydney Sprague, Sydney Sprague, Sprague, I don't know. I'll put it like up here on the screen, maybe, her name, and then you can go check out her music because it is fantastic. But anyways, I really liked this one lyric and it fit well with the picture, so I threw it in here. It says, do you think that there's a place in time and space I could be your babe? And I just liked it. And then I drew these little hearts next to the astronauts. Yeah, so that's that page. And then over here on this page, this is from September 20th of 2022, this previous fall. I went plant shopping and I wanted to, oh my goodness, what's her name? It's Sarah. Sarah's her first name, but I don't know her last name. I'll again put it on the screen. She does like these drawings of her everyday life, and they're very illustrative, and I wanted to try that in my sketchbook. So I drew myself at the plant store because I had gone to the plant store that day and probably spent too much money on plants. So that's that page. Then over here we have me sketching out an idea for this like textile thing that I want to do. I've still not done it, but I have the fabric for it. It's just a matter of actually doing it. So that's just kind of here for now. This page was used in a video that I made that I have yet to share with the world, but that'll be coming soon, eventually, maybe, hopefully. Anyways, so that was this page, and then later on, like a month later, I was in my illustration class, like messing around with some paint, and I really like these greens, so I threw them in here because I like them. And they, I don't know, they kind of work, I guess. This page, I really don't like this page. Basically, I did this page at the beginning of my illustration class. I was bored and I was like doing research on Mary Anning. For some reason, I think I was just interested in her because I really like fossils, and she would go like find fossils. What's the name of people who do that? Archaeologist? Archaeology? Long story short, I thought it was cool, so I threw her in my sketchbook, but I don't really care for this page. The only thing I really like is this guy right here. I like that. Everything else is like, nah, it's okay. This I drew at work. I used to be a bartender, and I drew it one day when I had like 0 customers. I really love ghosts. You'll see that repeated in this sketchbook. That's another reoccurring theme. So I just drew this little ghosty guy, and he's really cute, and I taped him in here. This page, I don't like it. I really do not like it whatsoever. It was me, again, trying to play with like illustration styles, character design, I guess. I don't know. I mean, this little toast guy, he's cute, but that's it. I don't really like anything else. This page was another page that I did in my illustration class when I didn't feel like working on the assignment. I promise I did my work, just not in class. But anyways, I did this spread. It actually started with this drawing over here, and then I went back and filled in this page. But here's another little ghosty, and I just really like this one a lot. I like the colors in it. I like the style that I did it in. Again, text. I love playing with text. This is one page that I really like, so I'm very happy with how this one turned out. Then we have this page. So this is a drawing of me and my friend Matt outside of like our school art building. I like this. This is okay. Yeah, that's fine. This page, I really do not like this page. I was again trying to play with like illustrative styles and characters, and it's off center, and I don't like the colors, and everything about it I'm just not a fan of. Like I do not like this page, but oh well. Then we have this page. Again, I was playing with like illustrating people and trying to figure out what my illustrative style is. I will say I liked this page way better before I ever added color to it. It looked so much better in my opinion, but I can't go back and change it now. And then once I committed to color, I was like, okay, everything has to be color. So I colored everything in. I don't really like it. I like this little Hello Earthlings guy, but not the colors. And this little skater ghost was supposed to be like a play on that song, like he was a skater boy, but instead it's like he was a skater ghost. But again, the text kind of like failed here, especially right in here. I don't like that. It does not look good, but I couldn't erase it, so it stayed. So that's this page. This little duck, he's cute too. I like him, he's okay. The next page, the next 2 pages actually, I forgot. They have nude models on them, so if you don't want to see that, that's not your thing. This is your warning, skip ahead, because there's naked people. In case you don't want to see that, I don't know. Here we have a drawing that I did from a live model in a life drawing class. I wasn't taking a life drawing class, I actually took it last year, but my professor let me come and sit in on the class because I wanted to do some life drawing. So that's that. And then we have this one I did. I like this one a lot better. I like the style of it more, and I used a marker for it, and I don't know. I just really like this one a lot better. Like, it's more graphic. Proportions are slightly off, but it's fine. I wasn't getting graded on this. This was for fun. Then we have this page. I was really into that black marker that I had used on this page, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna use it again. So I drew this, and I don't like this page. I really do not like this page. Again, the text, it gets really wonky over here. Like, I just went full send for it and didn't like plan it out or anything. So it didn't turn out very well. But again, there's nothing I can do about it. So it's here, and that's that. So yeah, I don't really like this page, but we'll move on. This spread was for my illustration class. It was me kind of mapping out, planning how I wanted to do my final assignment, which was a paper cut piece, and I had to do it on like a fairy tale or an older story, like a folk story. So I chose Little Red Riding Hood, and this was kind of like the color palette that I was going for. And then I will show you the final piece because I actually have it right over here. this is the final piece. So it's paper cut, so it's like layered paper. And then this is how it turned out. So that's the final piece based on this sketchbook page. I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. I really like in here, like the way the plants turned out. Oh my gosh, I love that. And it just kind of happened by accident. Yeah, I'm very pleased with how that turned out. So that's that. That came from this page. Then we have this page, which I mostly like 90%. It's just like this part right here that bothers me, but it's an astronaut in a bathtub full of like galaxy water. I don't know, I just really wanted to draw bathroom tiles or paint bathroom tiles, and so I did, and then this just kind of happened. And then I took a green colored pencil and added in some stuff on top because it wasn't quite complete just like without it. So this is it. Also, these stars are really sad looking. Like, I don't know if you can see, but they're just like, what even is that? That's not a star. That's a weird square in the middle of a black void. So again, I like it maybe like 90% of the way. And the other 10%, I'm like, there's some things I would definitely change here, but they're minor, and overall, I'm pretty happy with how this one turned out. Then we have these two pages. So this, I just started putting stickers in here from random stuff, so like fruit and shoe boxes. And then this drawing I did because I was like really missing drawing people from life, because I was going through that whole like illustrative phase of drawing people, and I wanted to do something a bit more realistic, so I did this one night. Again, here we have more text-heavy artwork. This is another Sydney Sprague song. Sprague, I don't know how to pronounce her last name. This is another Sydney song. It says, "You had my heart, you ate it like a peach in summer, you spit it out and said I'm not as sweet as another." And I really loved painting these peaches. These I did with gouache, and I had so much fun doing them. Oh yes. Then we have this page. I don't know what happened here. Actually, I do know what happened. I was trying to draw like a street scene in Spain because I really wanted to move to Spain. I'm still not against that idea. It's just not on the forefront of my mind right now. But anyways, so I tried drawing that and I was just not feeling it at all. And so then I went in and did these like squiggles and just never finished anything on this page, and I don't like it. Then we have this page, which was again for my illustration class. I had to illustrate phobias. So I picked out 3 different phobias that people have and then had to illustrate them. So this was the fear of buttons. It's a big menacing button. And then this one was fear of light. So I drew this little, or not drew, I painted this little guy trying to hide from the light. And then on this page, I have fear of the number 8. And then this little guy is like hiding in the number 8's shadow. This one's okay. I like this a lot better than how these two turned out, but I like this spread, if that makes sense. Like, I don't like the physical artwork in the spread, but I like it overall. So, anyways, those are my phobias. Well, not my phobias, but the phobias I illustrated. Here we have, I wrote out song lyrics. It's a song Summer by the Volunteers. I needed something to fill this page, so that's what I did. And then again, I had more drawings of like things that reminded me of Europe in summertime. So like buying fruit, having a picnic, a little moped, some ducks, and then like a cappuccino. So that's this page. I mostly like it. Then we have this page. I really wanted to draw faces realistically again, and I really loved the purple pencil that I was using on this page, so I continued it on this page. But the faces do not look like what they're supposed to look like. Like this guy, completely unrecognizable compared to the picture, which I wish I still had, but I don't. So this is like, I don't really care about this page. This page though, I really like this page. Sorry, there's a glare on it, hold on. So I took this out of the same space book that I'd used previously, and then I put, again, Sydney Sprague lyrics on top of it. Really, really vibing with Sydney Sprague. And it says, "Can I get what I want? Only once would it ever be enough?" And I did that with like a white pen over top of the page. It was a little bit tricky because it's like a magazine, like shiny texture. I don't know how to describe that, but it worked out and I really like this page. Here we have my illustration final. We had to come into class and illustrate, I forget what the prompt was. We were given a prompt and we could take it like wherever we wanted. And so I'll insert the picture of what I submitted in class because it just had to be a rough sketch. And then I was so excited about it, so I came home and translated it into my sketchbook, and then I was going to paint it and like color it in, and then I just lost steam on it. So it has not been finished, obviously. Anyways, then we have this spread. So this was another drawing I did at work, and then one of my coworkers laminated it for me. And we actually had it like sitting at my work for a long time, and then I finally brought it home when I left that job, and just taped it into my sketchbook. Then we have this page. I just cut up one of Lee Ellickson's envelopes that she sends artwork in because I had ordered some stickers from her. So I cut it up because I really liked these, I don't know what they are, like stamps I guess that she has on her envelopes, and I really, really like this one, "Please recycle," because I think it's very important to take care of the earth. So initially I had just cut this out, and I was like, you know what, I can just add these in here too, so that's what I did. And then we get to the end of the sketchbook. I decided to put some ducks in here, and I was just like freehanding it with a pen. I didn't draw with a pencil beforehand, so I just went in straight away with a pen, and that's where like this mistake happened. I drew him like too thick and long, and it didn't work out. But that's the end of my sketchbook, so I finished it on January 3rd, 2023. And that's it. Okay, so just kidding, I completely forgot about this page and it got stuck somewhere, so you never actually got to see this. But this is the last page I'll show you today, because after this I have no more to show you. But this was a drawing that I did again at work on like one of these little order tablets. It's just a girl with a birthday cake. And then this was just a bunch of random squiggles with one of those highlighter pens, because I was in that like creative slump where I wasn't sure what to do, what to make, and I really wanted to do something, but I had no ideas. And this is the result. So, okay, now I'm done. Now the sketchbook tour is over. Okay, bye!